So I just wanted to make a first impressions video on Chaos Zero Nightmare, and so far all I want to say is that the game has been very fun. I've been having a really good time playing the game, and I would suggest that if you're at all like hesitant about like giving it a shot or don't know if it's like for you or something, I would definitely try the game. If you're into any kind of strategic or like deck builder turn-based kind of thing, the game has been so fun so far. Um, like the gameplay is pretty awesome, and it's only going to get better, I think, as we start to really grind through the chaos mode and really get a lot of these decks more like in depth and really progress like all these different options that you can get, make some like crazy stuff. And like the team building and stuff does not feel very restrictive as of now, as like other gotchas do, where it feels like these units are made to be played with certain other units, and it's just there's not a lot of room for creativity and stuff. This does not feel like that at all so far. It kind of just lets you can kind of just like cook up what you want right now and see how well it works. And I hope that stays the same way through more character releases. And like the overall like vibe and world building in the game is really cool, I think. I know a lot of people want that more kind of like a darker theme game than a lot of these other gotchas don't really do it that much. So a lot of people are looking for that. And while some people don't think it's quite, there, it's not as like dark and stuff as they're hoping. I can like kind of see that, but at the same time, if you haven't done any like, I know a lot of people think the main story is kind of lacking in that regard right now and not that like captivating, and I would like kind of agree. It's kind of been okay. It's kind of just introduced like a lot of the like the world building features of it and stuff I think are cool, and like the vibe. um but yeah, the actual like story presentation and stuff hasn't been that crazy or that like appealing. Though I will say, if you haven't done oops the character stories yet, which I'll show, if you go these trauma codes right here, these I'm not gonna like click in them or anything because it might like show spoilers, but these to me were a lot more interesting, and I actually really enjoyed playing through both of these so far for this story. I liked both of them, and I'm not usually one that's big on like reading like visual novel style like story presentation, but like I thoroughly enjoyed both of these. So I would definitely, if you think the main story is kind of whatever so far, I would definitely give these a try and see if you like these or not, because these are a lot more enjoyable to me. Um, if you don't know, like to get in these, you need these keys. Haru's is free because she's the limited character right now, so you don't need like the resource on her. But if you want to do Renoa's, you need this key here. And if you just go to Nono's shop, there's this key at the bottom. You can just buy that. This one down here. And then you can do her story. And like they have different endings and shit, and it's like, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed that part. So I would do that if you want to see more from the story. And like for the gacha, that's like, that's a lot of people see 50-50 and they are like, I'm not playing the game because there's 50-50 and stuff like that. It would be really nice if if 50-50 wasn't a thing and things were guaranteed. So that kind of does suck. That is one thing that I feel like newer gacha games should be striving to do a lot better in this day, because there's so many other options for people to play that people aren't really gonna come and play your game if your gacha kind of sucks. But we've been getting like a okay amount of free pulls. I feel like the limited ones are a bit harder to come by. But I feel like we've been getting quite a bit of standard banner pulls so far. in my opinion. I don't know if it's gonna keep up that way or, you know, what the actual math of it or anything is, but at least so far from my playtime, I've done a pretty solid amount of rolls so far. And yeah, as you can see, I'm 44 rolls on the standard banner here, and I think I've dumped like, yeah, so you can see how many rolls here I'm into, and I haven't spent any money on rolls yet. But honestly, with the pace that they're giving us these orange ones at, hitting the 300 selector really doesn't seem that, like it's going to take that long so far. Because you're getting quite a bit just from playing the game, you know, doing the daily logins, you're getting some. And then this is giving a lot. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take us to get level 50. I don't think that long, but I don't know for sure. But that's another, you know, 55 rolls just in here. So to me, it feels like you'll be able to hit that selector decently early, but we'll have to see if that's true or not. But yeah, like I said, if you're into if you think this game like looks cool at all to you, like I would definitely give it a shot. I've been having a great time with it. It's probably my favorite gacha that's come out this year. I don't know what else has really came out this year, to be honest. But I haven't played, you know, like Zenless Zone Zero release was the last time I was having a lot of fun on a gacha until Hoyo power crept and HP inflation that game to hell. So yeah, this game's been a good time. Try it out.